You know, I'm loving the fact that I think we've got everything sorted, because on the little screen I'm talking to you now, what Maria doesn't know is it said preview, and then she's given me the thumbs up, but I had actually changed from preview to active. How cool is tech? Right. I'm hoping there's some of you out there watching, because this is going to be, right, it might hurt my brain a bit. Doesn't take much, but this will, because it's vast. I'm going to absolutely brain dump everything I can think of, if and when and wherever it. I'll try to be linear, and I'll try to have some construction, but you know me, I could go off on a tangent, and we could be around the world, and it could be global at any time. But my mission is to get everything out that I and the team have learned about the wonderful world of a USB. Because now we're on to number 4, baby. Bring it on. You know, from feedback, we don't hold back on the content, but it means nothing if you don't know what to do with it. So, and I'm still getting questions. So what I'm doing is I'm going to address the questions that are still coming in, that people are asking. Like, I got a Mac. Oh, I wish I could play. Guess what? I've only got a Mac. I've got Apple. It's like an orchard in this house. So I don't need the program that goes on this in Minecraft Studio. It's all about the content on the USB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about stuff that's on the USB, tell you everything that's on there, because there's a lot again. We're going to talk about how to get the stuff off the USB, but I'm not going to use a computer, because that bit has been addressed in previous Facebook Lives, and I'll probably revisit it again. What this is about is everything I want to tell you, and you need to know. Make notes if you need to, and of course you can watch it back, because it'll be staying up there, after tonight. Because some of you said, I can't make it, but it's fine. You might be watching it in the future. It's messing with my head, and that's great. But it's so it's everything about USB that I won't be able to do in 45 minutes. Yikes! Me and Dean tomorrow, we're both like a chitty chat. And it's a massive mission to get everything out there that I want to tell you about, but mostly show you, because the stuff I've got around me that the team have created, it would be an absolute sin if you didn't get to see this amazing stuff that's around me, and that's what I want to do. So let's start. I'm singing Julie in my head at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. Let's look at, this is what it's about. That baby there. Look, oh, it's teeny weeny little box. I think that's much better than the big, DVD style things. It's shrunken, but not in content. That's what it's about. USB number 4. Now on the USBs, my USBs aren't about cutting files, they're about image files. You get those image files and you print them out any size you want, any way you want, on any medium you want, using any printer you want, just have at it. Manipulate them. Mix and match stuff, add your own bits to them. I don't care. These are yours now. These are yours to create with and do with what you want. And wait till you see the collections that are on there. So let me take you through the step by step. Have we got people there, Maria? Have we got people?
We do indeed.
Fantastic. Thank you, people. I'm just going to have a little sip of my tea now and again, because I just made a lovely cup of tea. Well, not a cup. It's a mug. I'm talking a lot, and I'm going to talk more, so I need that. So USB. So what happens is, when you put it in your computer, now I feel like I'm usually get some live from Leaves from Studios, USB to you. So I'm going to pop that there, and my wonderful technician, camera woman, director, producer, may have already flipped it onto the overhead.
Indeed.
It's just like magic. Come on. So when you put this in your Mac, this is from my MacBook. So those of you who've got a MacBook or a desktop Mac, don't worry. I'm even going to tell you about using it. Deborah Durant uses nothing to design on other than her iPad. This was a lady who, and I'm gonna say it, Debbie, not the most techie person. When USB number 1 was mentioned, this team were like, oh, it's technology, we'll get inky, we'll get messy, we'll pay for it, we'll do stuff with that. It was scary for them, and especially Debbie, bless her. She was old school, colouring in paper, drawing pencil, thank you very much. But we got it sorted out, got the iPad rocking, showed her the software to use, and I'll say now, if you've got an iPad, there's a free bit of software, and I paid for it to draw onto on my iPad until a year or two ago, year and a half ago, and it's now free, and it's called Sketchbook. If you look on the Inkets and on my page, and I'll put some notes for this, it's download it and pop it on your MacBook, on your iPad, on your iPad Pro. If your iPad's got a pencil, that's it, brilliant, because you can do all the different things in colouring, you can manipulate, you can add bits of files, you can erase bits of pictures and merge them together, make them bigger, smaller, that's what you want. So, because on the USB, you'll see here, this is what you get when you load it. You've got two folders, artwork and program. If you've got a Mac, ignore program. It doesn't matter to you. That's what you don't need to know. I'm talking to the camera in front of me, and you're not even looking at me, are you? Or are you? No, I'm doing the whole thing. I was in the eye contact and everything. All you see is my hands doing this. So ignore that. This just tells you what to do with the Mac if you want to find the files. It's easy peasy. This tells you about the program, which if you haven't got a PC, you don't need to worry about it. But if you've got a PC, just read that and look at it. It's Minecraft Studio. I'm not going to labour over that because that's something that if you've got a PC, you know how to do it. Just follow the instructions and do what it says. This here is where it's all happening. This is the artwork. Click in that folder and I'm going to show you what's on this USB now. You ready? Behold. Oh. Right, there's someone here they are babies. They haven't been born for very long. I'm going to take you through this. These aren't old, unpopular ranges. These are sellout ranges. So we've got a Floral Year. Floral Year is massive. I'm going to show you some printouts of that. That's a flower. So you've got 12 different flower images straight away. All relating to the months of the year, birthdays. It even tells you what your gemstone is, what your tree of the year, the month is. It's a massive collection, that Floral Year. Wing and a Prayer, that's the one with the butterfly in the hand. I'm going to show you in the frame. These are my suggestions. I'll come back to that. Spirit of Nature, they're the Mandala. Stamp and Go, they're the A6 ones. They aren't A6 anymore, you see. Tall and Elegant, 'Tis Myself. I wish. That one, new collection. Oh, look at that. Night Before Christmas. That's a mere babe. Night Before Christmas. Winged Spirits, another Mandala collection, and just some information on that you might want to know. So back to Sheena's suggestions. Then in here I have I've put together compositions that you might want to use. Now we'll come back to that. I've got them all printed out. Can you say that on the overhead, Maria? Okay. Have I got it in? Do I need to do like in a galaxy far, far away?
Yes, you do.
Like Luke.
Only just.
These are not the files you are looking for. They are the files you're looking for, right? Right.
Yep.
So
start from
I'm going to do that from there, right? So this is just sheet number one. I'm not going to take ages. This is one collection. You got all the words, all those different layers of a mandala. Of course, you can make them. You can resize them differently. So on the original dies, that was the biggest. Then it was a bit littler. Then it was a bit littler. That could be the biggest. You might want to put maybe that one next. You might want to put that one on top of that. You can do them in any order you want now. Right, can you see? So you've got all of that's one collection. And then we put new combinations together so you can just click and print from that sheet. Still the same collection. Still the same one going on there. We just started. There's more. Still the same collection. Thank you very much. Hello. More. Wait till you see what these are transformed in. These are what you want to do, absolutely. Print out. These are the thumbnails. In every folder for every collection, there's thumbnails. Print these out. Ring bind them. They're your reference. Easier to see them on this than on your screen where you've got tiny little pictures. So all of these images. Then you've got, here we go, Night Before Christmas. Look at this. This will be gorgeous blown up. Really pretty. Any time of the year, that one there, that floral. Any time of the year. Make it bigger. Paint it anyway, watercolours, make it wall art, whatever you want. Birthdays, not just Christmas, any time. Look, you've got a first Christmas card already done there. Oh, cute. So anything's they're all put together for you. Still, Night Before Christmas. We've got so much. We're going to be here till midnight if I don't, move on with this. Night Before Christmas. all the wording, the original poetry by the lovely Deborah Durand. Incredibly talented, but I'm not bitter. Right, this little, right, you've got to see, remember him, right? Remember this guy here, because, I have to show you, right, just hang on, I'm going off topic already. Right, him with his holly, sketchbook, Amanda, she got rid of the holly. She put a daffodil from the floral collection in its little hand, and now he's massive.
Yay, I love him.
Isn't that cool? It's just, I wasn't going to show you that was me spoil, that was teasing, I was building up to it, but I couldn't wait. It's like Christmas, I've got to open my presents like ASAP.
Awesome, Amanda. Love it.
Fantastic. So look, this is just giving you that idea. Look, are you liking this, people? Tell me at all, because it's, thing is, right, USB isn't just for if you didn't get the stamps. The stamps are great, and they're going to work with the USB, but the USB does more, as you can see. Now we're on to, this is Tall and Elegant, believe it or not. Wait till you see what we've done with Tall and Elegant collection. All these images here, Tall and Elegant, okay? All those frames, all those flourishes, you can use those time and time again, Tall and Elegant. Is this boring you, or you're okay? Do you want to know what you're purchasing? Because I know some of you, I think it must still be up there. Sometimes they put it and then they take it away, and then you got to wait again. So I don't know if it's still up for sale, but I know some of you are buying it already, and I think it's around 30 quid before any discount. Now, I'm not pushing you and I'm not saying, all I'm saying is every single time these sell out way, way, way ahead of the time that they're supposed to. So if you're interested, for the sake of whatever, you might get discounted, and you really don't want to miss out, just saying it's your choice. So this is another collection. This is the Spirit of Nature, more mandalas. Right, remember the lion from this collection. I've got the stamp I want to show you, I want to compare that with. Right, moving on, going quickly. Hummingbird, mandalas, the lion. Right, that's a small stamp to go in the middle of the mandala. Just hold that thought. I'll show you something amazing. Now we've got on to, is it in the frame? This one is all big, funky, modern, cool sayings and phrases. Now, if you've got a vinyl cutter, you can put that into your scan and cut and have it just trace out the cutting file, scan it and cut it, and you can do that. Like direct cut, you can do that. You'll know how to create your SVG files with your scan and cut more than likely, and you feel free to do that. So you can put that on t-shirts, banners, wall art, anything, and it'll look really cool. All these files here are all from that. Those are all silhouette. Those are, can I just say one word? Foiling. Doing that. Every USB we try to bring another twist to you, something new that we're playing with, and as well as all the other stuff we're doing. Wait till you see the foiling cards that are done with this collection.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh, they're stunning.
Yes.
Stunning. And easy peasy, incredible. Pamela's made some fabulous cards with the foiling with this one. This guy here, this is from Winging a Prayer. Just put the, you might be getting a bit dizzy. Am I going too fast, Maria?
A little bit.
All right, I'll slow down a bit. Okay, Winging a Prayer still, Winging a Prayer. Hence the prayer with the butterfly. We put some new combinations together for you, so you literally can just click them out and print them. If you're feeling a bit seasick or dizzy, I apologise. I just got too much to show. This is one USB. I think there's 8 collections on here. If it was up to me, you'd have about 18. I keep adding them and going, right, okay, we can't put them like that. No, okay, we've got to keep that one back, because we've squeezed on as much as we can. Look at this. And there's one more there. So just keep going. Right, this is the one I was talking about. Flowers of the Air. So you've got 12 different big floral images, and I know you love your florals, as do I. So I'm just going to speed on here, because you want to see the inspiration. Right, these are put together here so that you can put them on your card. It tells you the Sagittarius and Capricorn, whichever month it is for December. The gemstone, apparently tanzanite and zircon. The tree is hornbeam, fig and beech. Would you know it? I did not know it. Did you know that, Maria?
I didn't.
I didn't until I researched it. Right, there you go. I know April's diamond. Or forever. Did you like that?
I did. I thought
Was
it was
it
great.
like Shirley was in the room?
I thought she was in the room.
Well, what you didn't see was the hand gestures and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the whole thing, wasn't I?
Uh-huh.
Right, now we've come on to they put together sheets. So these are the sheets that are put together that you just click and print and go. And you click on them and that's it. You just print them out, colour them in, boom, your card's made. Right, that's that one. And then to show you them full size very, very quickly, this is the well, not full size, it can be any size you want. No, that's the
That child's doing a handstand.
Yeah, doing a handstand. Yeah.
Headstand.
But you see now the thing is, Maria, this was a Christmas one.
Ah.
It's not anymore. It's any time of the year. It could be it's ready for your birthday. You just got a silhouette, took all the Christmas stuff out. Hey?
Could even be looking for Mary Poppins.
For Spit Spot.
Spit Spot.
It could be little Jane Banks as a younger child. Don't you ever start with anything Julie Andrews? You know, I'm going to bore you with all me. I can quote the films. You know this.
I know it.
I won't sing it yet.
Please don't.
Did you all see that video of Google singing it? Wasn't that amazing? Wow. Honestly, absolutely stunning. Right, so can you see? So these these are your click and print and go and things. And look, the little ones off there, not good, but the little mouses appeared with the teddy in the window. Oh, in the frame with birds from elsewhere, flowers from elsewhere. What?
Sherry Miller, hello to Sherry Miller in America,
right, so
says that this is an awesome and massive collection.
I think it might be the biggest yet. They just keep getting bigger and more massive, Sherry. So let me show you, as well as that, we've done some backing papers, me and Deborah Durant. We've created some Deborah on an iPad. You know what, might want to do the front camera. Do you want to do the front camera now to show you this, Maria? Because I'm going to pick some backing papers and some bits and pieces to show you. So, right, let me show you a few of the papers first, and let me show you what has been made with them. So, because they didn't come into existence, they came into existence just for this USB.
So can I just interject?
You can.
Do you like that word?
Well, as if
interject.
As if I said no and it would make any difference.
Well, I know a lot of the people have bought your USBs before, so they understand everything. But just in case we've got a newcomer amongst us, can you explain why a USB is useful in as much as manipulating the image size, dimensions?
I'm taking you on a journey.
I know you've whizzed through for everybody what the content is.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll show you the content. Now we're going to go and show you in real life the difference. So bear with. I'm taking you on a journey.
Righty-ho.
I think the trial zone started something like that in sight and sound.
Because if I was a newbie, my head would be spinning now.
But in an excited way, I hope. Because you go, whoa, I love it, but what can I do with it? Hopefully.
Here's what you can do.
Right. Some backing paper. So they're just saying, this is all just stuff so far. You haven't seen what to do with it yet. I'm not going to show you every backing paper on here because, you know, you've got to get your life back at some point. So that's one. Oh, look, and plus, just like you say, you can manipulate the colours. Look, change the colours even slightly. Can you see that's got more of a warmer tone? Easy peasy.
Using the free software.
Your Minecraft Studio, if you've got just a slider, it's easy. If you look at Diane, lovely Diane from iHub, who's just left, bless her, but for good reasons. She is the Minecraft Studio Meister. Watch anything she's got in there. There's a Minecraft Studio group for those of you with a PC. That's showing you how to use that software. Another backing paper. Can you see that?
Can, yeah. Very pretty.
So there's loads of them. Loads and loads and loads of them. And some of them I've kind of made some of them stronger and some of them paler. Look at that. That's from the mandala.
Wow.
But then you can make it pale. Remember, these will be printed onto rice papers, Maria. So not just paper. You want your sumi paper. I'm hoping that'll be on the show tomorrow. I'll have to check in the morning and say, look, there's another mandala one. Look at that. That's very 70s. My mother would have had that on the wall in the living room in the 70s, had she had a wee.
Or a pair of curtains like it.
Oh, she would have had the whole. It's got green in it, she's there. But you know what? She'd then deny it 20, 30 years later. And I go, Mother, we have the photographic evidence. We used to walk in from school and fall over. Psychedelic, Maria. Right, so we've got, let's say, violets and so there's 10, 12 backing papers there. What we can do with them though, here's now where it's going to start making sense, Maria, for people who are wondering, right, okay.
Hi Sharon Gould of the design team, lovely to see you.
What, Sharon, lovely. Right,
Thank you for my card, Sharon.
Oh yeah, lovely. Look at that. There, little cute little let your colours shine. A little wall hanger there by Helen. See?
Oh.
Made with the backing papers. Gorgeous little gift box. And look at how teeny weeny this is now. This is from the.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, and it's Willow's apparently. We've got to find something. Happy birthday, Willow. Should be in here thinking there's going to be lots of little treats in there. However, we've been feeding her not the most pleasant treats lately, but they're good for her. Yeah. Yeah, doggies love them, but we don't. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Look.
That's lovely.
Isn't that stunning? Or you could then make something like Deborah Durant's made with the backing papers. Oh, it's a host of golden daffodils.
Who was the poet?
Wordsworth.
Congratulations, that's your start of a 10.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm a naughty girl and across at the lakes there. Yeah. Look at that. Deborah's made a fabulous notebook there with that. Look at that. That's the. Got to show you this, right? So why do you want these other than lovely backing papers, all those images? Let me show you now what you can do. So, for example, this is from the A6 set. What's it called? Print and go? I forget what I've called them. Right, A6, the weeny little thing. That's the stamp there. Can you see? That's the stamp. That's the size of it. E6. And very nice it was too. I love that stamp. Now, when you draw them, I can draw them and I can make them any size I want. But this range was to just have little A6 card, stamp them, colour them in, boom, you're done. Check this out. From that to
Wow!
A bit of all right that is, isn't it? How amazing is that? This is Debbie. Now, you know, your colouring may be up to the standard, it may not be up to the standard. I wish mine was, but it's pretty spectacular. But if you love artwork and your other half loves artwork, maybe they're not even into card making, see how useful this is? You've got full on art. You can sell these, please do. Make sure you're colouring in some of that, and it's going to be artwork. But do on the wall, you use a pigment-based colouring product and a good quality one. You don't want to scrimp on that because if you, if something gets on it, it'll fade in the stars. Little kitty cat, look at that. This is little Ziggy. Ziggy exists. These are Adam's boots. Family member, his boots, his work boots. Ziggy went and sat in his boots, did he not? Little little kitten. And that's the size of the stamp. But look, wow, he's grown from that to that. And you can make them bigger again. Right, more. This is right. Amazing. This is the size of this tiger stamp to sit in the middle of these mandalas. Prepare yourselves.
Oh, wow!
That's why you want the USB. So I'm going to demonstrate this, not the whole thing. Try to in the 2 shows tomorrow, which are midday and 6:45. I ain't going to be able to colour this whole thing in. This is Debbie's card. I'm going to do a little bit of colour to show you, and I'll explain how Debbie's done it tomorrow. So tune in, but don't hang about if you like this, because that's that there, from that little teeny weeny to that. Isn't that amazing? Right, so that gives you an idea on the fact you can scale things together. But then you can mix and match them, and you can, well, let's look at one range, right? Look at this range here, which is the mandalas. Okay, I may have both the spirit of nature and the flying spirits here. This is a gorgeous card by Lisa using the original dies. Yeah, they're the side of them. And look at this, by Lisa also. Stunning.
Oh, Lisa, that's lovely.
So this could be either with the dies or with the USB. It's on craft card and it's coloured in using a good quality colouring pencil. Amazing. Isn't that just fantastic? Right, then, but also, it becomes something completely different. This is a clock Debbie's created. It's now something completely different. These were little stamps. Now they're so much more, look. So that's just the beads and the flowers there. Helen, love this. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. And look at what, also, this is Kay, look at this. Kay's used the mandalas and changed the, she's got instructions there. She says, printed out through my craft studio, changing the colour to pink and then blue. Layering up and coloured with pencils. Altered the size of the images and the sentiment to fit the design. Comprehensive instructions. Fantastic. Thanks, Kay. Perfect. Isn't that amazing? So nothing like it looked originally, then look huge. That's one of the print and go ones, Maria. But then that teeny little peacock stamp in the middle, check that out. Okay, amazing. Look at the gold on there. Look at the... Can you see why I needed to do this? There's no way I'll get all these shown, and it's going to be really tough to get everything in this time I've got. That is crochet. That is, Kay has printed this out onto fabric, coloured it with, I think, Intense, and then embroidered. This is all embroidered. That, I don't know if you can see.
Wow.
Can you see that?
Good grief.
Exactly. Stunning. Stunning. And this is from, what, a £30 at the minute even, USB, with all this stuff on it. Let me show you more. Let's show you more. Right, cards, again, tall and elegant, but not that format anymore. These were designed to go on a DL. These are Debbie's cards, tall and elegant, yeah, on craft card with pencils. She's used florals from the another set in the background. Love this. Look at the colours in that, Helen. Stunning. Now look at the little statement she's put in the middle of the poppies. Can you see it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Isn't that beautiful? Right, also tall and elegant. Look. No, it's a little squat like myself. Yeah. Totally different dimensions and formats. You have to see Willow's looking. She's sitting on Maria's knee and watching everything. This is very interesting, darling. Yeah, I love them. She loves a nice bit of crafting. Tall and elegant. And then you can change you see the frame? All you do is like change the proportions of it and drag the sides out of it. And then you've got a different aspect ratio of frame. Look at that. Go massive as well.
Oh, that's stunning.
Stunning, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is one of Debbie's with their pencils. I think she's used there. Debbie, correct me if I'm wrong.
I love the sky. The
is,
blending.
I mean, put that in a frame. Imagine gifting that, Maria. I mean, that could be a wedding gift, couldn't it? It could have the dates in. That little bit in the bottom could have the name and the dates in.
Absolutely, yeah.
That would be gorgeous. And then Lisa, similar.
Oh, Lisa.
Again.
Yeah, fantastic.
And these are huge. And then look, seriously, how cool are they? There's more. Christmas. Let's get festive, right? Little tree hanger there. Okay, again, fabulous. Check this out. Debbie's printed it onto fabric and coloured it in. Again, I think it might be Intense she's used. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is what the team's about. This is why you go to the Inkettes, Maria. They'll tell you. But look at that. Debbie, this may be Willow's new Christmas stocking. Just saying. From Auntie Debbie. Auntie Debbie sends Willow little treats and things sometimes, don't she?
Yeah.
So, look at this. I love that stamp, but it's just much smaller. It's only about this square. Look at the size of it now. I love that card, Helen. That is amazing.
It's a stunner.
This is the one your dad loved, that picture from the whole range. Well, best not show him that, he might claim it.
It's an absolute stunner, that one, Helen.
And then look, another one by Helen. See that scaled right up. You can do, this is what you can, and this is from just printed. I should mention, I've got a couple of printers. I've got a can printer, which was about 50, 60 quid. And it takes your Willow card, no problem, and watercolour card. Okay, so it prints those two cards. Check out on the Inkettes, because the girls have bought ones that are similar, they're like 505, and then they change a few numbers, but they're about that price. And you can use even compatible inks. And if you're going to ink and colour over them, it doesn't matter, the inks fade, because your good products, colouring products, don't. And I've even invested in, because I've got some foiling to show you, a laser printer. And it's a brother, and I'm going to tell you. And I paid 160, you can get it at the minute for that laser printer. But this prints black and white on Willow card perfectly. Might have a chance to show you a bit of foiling if you fancy doing a bit of foiling with colouring. Not just foiling, look at this. Isn't that? I love that, Amanda. That is really classy. So that's from the Floral Yeah. Again from the Floral Yeah. Look at this. Look at the size of that there. Oh, if you want to do something like cotton crystal, now you can print. This is where everything's coming out of my head. Print onto regular acetate, not heat resistant acetate, not printable acetate. You want to use heat resistant acetate. Start again. Print onto heat-resistant acetate in black. As soon as it comes out of the printer, pop your embossing powder on, in this case black embossing powder, or clear. You can even put gold on it and you don't see the black ink underneath. Heat it, and then you can use that to do something like coat and crystal, which you create at the back, on the back of it. If you don't know what coat and crystal is, look at my YouTube videos and you'll see it on there. So you can even do fancy schmancy techniques. Look, isn't that gorgeous with the trees? That's from that little E6 one. Debbie being very clever here. I've created a monster here with this techie stuff. Look at this. This is all on her iPad here, using Sketchbook. How amazing is that? Well, she's coloured it in, but she's created those multi-doves there, flying. Beautiful. This is really, really pretty, Julie. Love these. So these are new. Yes, Maria?
Benita says, where can she order this, please?
Have a look on Create and Craft's website. Look at the createandcraft.co.uk. If you're in America, it's it .com, the American site. Help me, people, team. And I think it was on for sale already. So have a look, and I'm sure it's about £30. It'll be at least something equivalent in dollars. And so are they absolutely gorgeous. Right, have I shown you? Oh no, there's one more thing here. There's stuff behind me that I couldn't fit on. There's one more thing I need to show you here that Debbie's created in a box with the papers. Ooh. It's sizable and it's heavy, and when I opened it I was like a kid. And then we'll have a bit big. Oh no, I'm going to show you the foiling. Let's show you this and I'll show you the foiling. So look, in the box is, it's gorgeous. Look at this, the mouse. Oh, he's malhusive. You see what I did, Maria?
Malhusive?
Malhusive. Look at him. Wow, he's been in all the Christmas pudding, hasn't he? He's grown from that tiny little image to that. I've got them watch. Oh, she didn't like, but it looks all, can you see the light shining through it?
Thank you, Sherry.
Oh.
Sherry's telling us that the US site is .com.
Thank you, Sherry. See, we need a posse, don't we, Maria?
Yes.
We've got a posse. Thank goodness. So, right, now, the new thing, all these things, look at the previous videos when we've released USB sources. I don't want to go over things we've already gone over, but what the new thing is I've been playing with is I've been teaming it up with a bit of foiling, hence my laser printer. Now, if you haven't got a laser printer, we've got a local printer that was charging me, I don't even think it was 10 pence a sheet to print it out. You can even take your card. So if you want to use a good quality card, like watercolour card or willow card, they're printed on that for you. Because then you might want to colour it and do things, so you don't want a coated printer card. You want a card that's designed for painting and inking. So, wait to see this. Pamela. This is a collab, me and Pamela. But what Pamela's done with it is stunning. More Pamela than me. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at that. So, foiling. I've seen, foiling, but I didn't want to just stop at the foiling. I wanted foiling with colouring. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
And that there is a bit of specialness. See what I mean? That up there. Do you like it?
Yes, a super word.
Specialness. 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 Ken does sing that. It's sad that I know that. Only it was happiness.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. Love, love, love it. So I'm going to demonstrate the one similar to that very soon. This was the one that I collabed with Pam and I. Look at that. Can you look? That is stunning. So these Victorian ones where they loved a bit of the old, gold foiling and things. So I'm going to show you how they're doing there. So this one, say you've got the flower that isn't foiled, but the frame foiled. This is a great way of using up your little bits of foil that you've got left. Because all you do is you put, I had some little offcuts. Bear with. I've got a bit on the floor, like you do. I saved it for later. Little bits like that. When you've got your printout, I'm going to show you now. Bear with. Stay on the line, Paula. Your call is important to us. Here, right in front of me. Right, okay. So what I did was printed off this. That's in laser. That's imported to laser printer. Okay. And then instead of using a big sheet of foil, you just put your little bits over the corners like that when you put it in your thing. So all your little offcuts, just shove them over the corners, right? and foil it. I'm going to show you in a minute. And then you've got your frame, and then your non-foiled image that you've printed off with just black ink. You colour in Bob your uncle. Again, another version of that. Like, see the foiled corners? And then if you use Murray card, it reflects that foiled corner. You see? Oh, get it print on it. Hey, whoa, look at that.
Absolutely stunning.
Stunning, isn't it? But this one, Maria, this is a wow. Is it not a wow?
It is. I can see what's coming.
I thought I should
Dun,
show you.
dun, 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 dun. Wow.
It's silly, isn't it? That is silly good. So that is the holographic foil. All of these are from Cretan Craft. And bear with, I'll tell you. I'm hoping that they're on the show tomorrow. If they're not, I'm going to ask for it. It's tattered leaves. All these foil rolls, and it's the holographic one that does that. Shimmer, that's the one. Right, foil roll, look at it. Amazing. For a mail card for some younger person. Oh, there's more. So this was me having fun and saying, Pam, I want to make some amazing cards with what I've been playing with. Look at that. Right, black card, foiling, winner, chicken dinner. That's the green foil. Look at that. So this was in the frame. The tree, just repeat it, resize, put it in a frame. Thank you very much. And save it. Once you've created a composition, just save the file and then print them out. Big, little, anything you want. Just keep printing them. Can you see the tropical bird in there?
They really pop, don't they?
Oh, I've got to say, this messed with my head because I thought, right, Julie, what have you done here? Because it's fantastic, but I don't get it because, right, let me show you this. Look at that. Those trees, can you see them shining? Can I get the shine on the trees? Because I thought, right, how have you possibly embossed that? Well, what she's done is, I don't know what she's done.
Yeah.
Right, ask Julie, right? Julie, but I know that she's put a composition together with the church, and then she's printed the trees and foiled them with black foil, Maria.
Wow.
That's how it's shiny.
It's made it go 3D.
It's made it go completely 3D. So that's clever stuff. So this is where my team come in and they mess with my head, and they're the ones to tell you. Shall we have a bit of a play?
Can I just say, for those that haven't joined Sheena's Inkettes, the Facebook group already, that is where they all hang out. And if you want to know how a particular card was made, then you just ask the person on the DT and they'll tell you exactly how they made it, because it's all about sharing.
Absolutely. I mean, that's part of what they do. They love doing that. Right, now I'm going to try and put this on now. Now I should have probably had this heated up beforehand, but there's plenty to show you. So, gotta say, right, this is what I'm using here. I didn't have this, and I'm going to tell you completely what I did. I bought a laminator, and I paid 40 quid for this laminator. That was cheaper. I could have gone much cheaper, but I paid £40 for this laminator, thinking that'll do the job. And Debbie will tell you, the team will tell you, I've been telling them how impressed I am with this bit of kit. I hadn't used it, and I thought, probably do the same job as my laminator. I'm not going to lie. It's not even plugged on at the wall. I'm not going to ask Hopalong to get it. I'm going to disappear a minute. I'll tell you what, there's a lovely picture on the overhead, Maria. Look at something very pretty when I go and do this. Look at Leather Mouse. Oh, look at that.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hurrah-ta-da-ta-da.
And she's back, folks.
That was professional, wasn't it?
That was like you've never been away there, Sheena, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was time when you come round. Pictures used to have your ice cream tree, torch, intermission. Did that in the Sound of Music.
Yeah. You were just saying that you tried it with a laminator.
Tried it on your back on track. Thank you for that. And wasn't anywhere near as good a following result. There was bits dropping out and a bit iffy. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. This has been great every time. Having said that, because I'm going to show you that. But if it's not great, it's the first time it hasn't been great. So I'm just saying. So I'm powering it on. Let me show you what else I'm doing ready. All right, so I'm going to show you. I've got 2 sheets of card pre-printed on my laser printer. this one here, I've just put them on a multi-sheet because I thought fit as much as you can on an A4 sheet. Right, you might want one much bigger that way on, and you might want to size a couple of smaller ones on there for different size cards. But I've just printed for the same, just for speed. And I'll save that sheet ready to print again. If I like it, just print. You can batch print and sell them. Right, so that was ready to print. But I've also, what you can't see, I've printed it on black, and you might just make an impression there with the mandala. And you just see it.
Yeah, we can see that.
What's the point of that? All that's going to do is put the laser toner on the card so that when I do the next bit, which is the bit I'm just doing now, this might be better on the overhead, Maria, if you can do that, please. Is you get this thing here, this little folder thing here. Now, I have mistreated mine because I put my thing the wrong way at one time. And it's a mess, but it still works, and you can buy extras. So I need to get a couple of extras because I'm getting the mess of it. So what you do, you get your sheet. Now, I wouldn't normally use all this. I've cut bits out. Can you see that? And I've fit the foil to it. So I've got all those little extra bits that I cut because I don't want to waste my foil. Is basically what I'm saying. The good thing is where it doesn't stick. It doesn't matter that it's been through the foiler machine. Or laminate or whatever you're using, but this is a really cool bit of kit. It doesn't ruin it. You can just cut that bit out and still use it. So, and then I've got this one here, and I'm going to use a copper foil because I think it'll look better with a bit darker colour on that. So 2 bits over there. Make sure you've got enough to cover your image. Then I'm going to pop that down there, which is going to hold it in place and sandwich it all together. And then when this little light comes on, the green light, it means it's going to be hot enough, and I'm going to pop it through there, and we're going to then make a card together and show you how that works. Have you got any questions while this is heating up? Is there anything that you want to know? You've got any health troubles or anything I can try and help you with? Tell me your troubles, lovely. Anything? Anything. Have we got any questions, Maria? Have we got people still?
Yes, we've still got people.
Yay!
Yeah, there's me and you.
Yeah. Sorry, just me and you.
Me and you and me.
And Willow. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else. So with the USB, think about, first of all, which printer you're using. If you want to print a line and use a water-based product or foil, and if the water-based product, you don't want the line to bleed. If you want it to stay sharp, use a laser printer or get it printed at your local thing. And you can get it on watercolour cards, you can get it on willow card, whatever you want. If you aren't bothered about the line possibly smudging slightly, or if you want to make it paler to then ink over or colour it more with more definition, then an inkjet printer is great too. If you want to emboss, like heat emboss with powder, embossing powder, you want to print that onto this is just click ready, I'm going to pop that through. You want to print that with your inkjet printer rather than laser printer onto heat resistant acetate, but still put some an anti-static bag over it before you put it through, because that'll stop all the powder as soon as you take it out sticking everywhere. You don't want it to go, but don't put that much on because you don't want to clog your print heads. Just a little bit dusting over. Things that you can print onto is the next thing. Think about acetate we've mentioned. You want your sumi paper. That looks amazing to make your own rice papers. You're going to print onto watercolour if you want to print it and put it on the wall and make it look like fine art and blow it up. Yes, Maria?
Vanessa says, are there any pre-coloured images on the USB, please?
No, on this one there isn't any charisma because none of the ranges had charisma with them. What we did is did I do them or did I don't think there is. Correct me if I'm wrong, team. I don't think I did. If I did, I would have done it retrospectively.
You've got pre-coloured backgrounds for sure.
Pre-coloured background papers. All the background papers are done. But this is where you speak to the team and look at and go to the inkettes and ask them and look at previous cards that have been created. Now in the studio tomorrow, there's a whole load of cards that have been created using these ranges. And all of this stuff I've shown you is all brand new for the USB. Everything has been created with the USB. So I've popped that through there, and I'm taking this out now. So can we see that there, Maria? Are we on the overhead?
Of course you are, Sheena.
Thank you. And then take that away.
That was a close one.
And then you've got your foiled. Can you see that?
Perhaps up to the other camera, please. Easier to see. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Oh, look at that now. Yes. Oh, yeah. Twinkles.
Your foiled image, and we can colour that in. And then let's say this one's come out. Now I'm not sure how. There's a settings you can do on your laser printer that will put more ink on it or less ink on it. And I didn't play around with it, but oh, it's still not bad.
Wow.
Still not bad at all there, because they'll be cut out. Right, I'm going to do some more. I've got plans, I've got thoughts in my head about doing more of this, and there'll be more Facebook Lives. I've got things that I haven't seen done before that I want to try, want to do.
Could you hold that one up
and
for
I want
us,
to share with you. So there'll be more using foiling and colouring coming up. If you like that idea, if you like the foiling and the colouring, give me a little thumbs up or a heart or a little what, because more of this. This is what. So that's what you do. Those are easy to cut out. Even I can cut them out. And then you can colour them in. Now there's products that you can even use on black card, which we're going to play with. But right now, I'm going to show you. We'll put a little card together, a mandala card with a butterfly, shall we not?
Fantastic.
So that's how the foiling works. That's exactly what I did for those, silhouette tree cards and things. But what I've got is a card that's prepared here. So background on the overhead there, right? Inky background. It could be a paper from a previous set. There was papers on, I think maybe USB1 that were very much like this, and you can just print them out and you're good to go. So if you've been collecting USBs, you'll know there's lots of coloured papers. This has been cut out and coloured and layered. So only 3 layers. That's all it needs, right? So using watercolour, which I'm going to show you. It's going to sit about there, but let's colour in the butterfly together. So butterfly's ready here. I've got some watercolour paints. Now, I would say to get the best results, use a watercolour rather than a pencil with your foil, because the pencil can chip away the foil and remove the foil. So watercolour's better. So I'm looking at the colours in this in the background, and I'm just going to try and find some colour that will look good with this. Now I've lost my little colour chart, but I know I've got a really pretty pinky kind of colour here. So that looks, I'm going to go bright pink there. And I'm going to go maybe a dark, that's a nice blue in the centre.
So the foiling will resist, won't it?
It will resist, Maria, absolutely. Yeah, resistance is not futile. It will work. Maybe a little bit of purple. This purple's not that strong, actually. When you use watercolours, big tip is wet them before you start to use them, because then they'll really should pop a little bit of water on them if they're pans, and it just loosens the paint up and makes them look a bit better. So, let me see. I think we might use... right, let's go pink. Let's go predominantly pink. And I might use a bright colour in that centre as well, right? Okay, I'm going for it. Going in. So I'm going to do that over there. Can you see how it is just pushing that colour away?
Mm.
Can you see that on the overhead?
Yes, we can.
Cool. So again, it's like kind of like a cheat way of painting, because it does it for you. And then we'll use that dark, pretty blue in the centre of the butterfly. If you keep your paint kind of wet when you're putting it on, you're going to get a nice kind of ombre, kind of blend effect. So same with the other side. We'll do that with the top of the other side. So tomorrow, if you've got your USB sorted and ready, I've got different demonstrations to show you on the shows. Using pencils. So I want to show you again as much as possible. But look at the previous Facebook Lives for the previous USB releases, because we mix it up every time. There'll be techniques for that I haven't, we've used in the samples, but I'm not demonstrating this time because we've already done that, and we want to keep bringing you some new things to show you. Because we want to keep playing. So now we've got that really bright, vivid pink on its wings. I may use a bit of that pink. I think we should maybe introduce a bit of yellow.
Can I just say we've got a couple of people asking where can they find how to use Sketchbook. You'll find it on Sheena's YouTube channel, where she's done previous Facebook Lives showing you exactly how to do it, click by click. So you should hopefully find that helpful. Yeah,
it's a fabulous program. And it being free, like I say, I bought it. I've got the paid version exactly the same. There isn't a paid version now, which is lovely because they've made it available, which is fantastic, even better.
I think we recently changed the name of that as well, from Sheena Douglass to Crafters Academy.
Yeah.
So you'll find it under Crafters Academy on the YouTube. Okay.
So I'm just going ahead again, making them. I'm going on full colour here. I'm going to. Oh, this could be wrong. Probably won't until we try. Yeah, it's quite wrong. If you go too thick on there, you may cover something. Say you need to take it off. If it's too, your watercolour needs to be exactly what it says, watery, diluted, or it becomes kind of like thick and it will cover up your line work. So make sure if it does that, it's just because it's thicker than it should be. Watercolour should always be transparent. Gouache, your white gouache, isn't. That's meant to be opaque. So that's fine for that too. But you wouldn't use that for this technique. You would use a watercolour. You could use a sparkly paint. You could use anything like that. Your sparkle pens, your sparkle, your heat inks, of course, naturally. Perfect for that. Put that little bit of pink in the centre again. Let's keep this really.
Alison's asked a good question. What does the foil actually stick to?
Is that Alison Garrett?
It is Alison
She's
Garrett.
asked a good question.
She has asked a good question.
You're kidding.
No, but she's asked a good question, and it's a good question because it's one that other people will have been thinking too, but haven't asked.
Well, that's true.
How does it stick, Sheena?
It's the toner. It's not an ink, it's a powder that kind of is heated, it's fused, it's heat fused onto the paper, and that becomes the kind of the bonding agent for foil.
So it just sticks.
It just sticks. It's like
it
magic.
Just does.
It just does. Yeah. So now I'm thinking, I'm not sure if that goes with the background, but you know what? I like it. What colour do you reckon we should do the top there? I think we should do that yellow as well. Dark blue. Should we keep it so? No, I'm going to do it.
I think Alison's run out to buy a laser printer now because she says she hasn't got one.
Okay, go. Yeah, well. Yeah.
Timing you, Alison. See if you can get back before this show ends.
Have a look on Brother's site. It's the cheapest. I checked yesterday to see where it was the cheapest.
Brother.
And it is actually cheaper on the Brother site. I thought Amazon would be the go-to, but it's not. It's actually a lot more on Amazon. And of course, you buy from Brother, you get better support, I would imagine. So, yeah, Brother, I've got £160 at the minute, I think it is. And it's a great one. It really does take the card. If I get a chance, I'll do a little video of me printing on it, showing you how it works.
What are you painting onto, Sheena?
I'm painting onto. You know what? This is just a cream bit of card that I had. It's just a random bit of cream card. You know what I mean? Willow card, and it's okay. But obviously, I would choose willow card if you could, because willow card, you're going to get a guaranteed good result every time. That would be the go-to card, is the willow card.
Okay. And could you use watercolour card?
Not for the laser, I wouldn't, because definitely not for foiling, because it's got that texture and it kind of prevents the foil from sticking as well. I tried it, I experimented for you, and it wasn't the best result. So I would use a smooth surface card for foiling, definitely. So it's body, let's do that. Maybe I'll do pinky purpley body. I'll just put a bit of pink on there. And then blue sides, contour it a little bit. Can you see, is this on the overhead? I'm managing to catch it on the overhead there.
Yes, I am.
Lovely. Right, so we've got a very colourful butterfly there, which dried a little bit. The it's just not quite reaching. But you can see how well that's foiled. Try different cards as well. Try willow card. Try, whatever you've got, just to see what foiling. Sometimes, the foil, the cord, you might want to experiment with different types of cord, different black cord. Some cords, the smoother the surface, definitely the better with the foiling results I've found. So, play around with it. So that there.
What were you just doing there?
I was doing is just shaping the wings a little bit, because with the foil, I think you want to see the light play over it, Maria. So if you do that, you've got that, it gives that reflection, and then you can pop that there, and that is pretty spectacular, don't you think?
I do.
Let's see, the only glue I've got is a bit of the pin flare here, and I hope it's not dried out. I keep having to not put the lids on properly. Oh, look, you can feel me pink, can't you?
Oh, could be worse. It could have been on a Facebook Live.
It could have been on a Facebook Live, yeah.
And you could have been having to squeeze the tube ever so hard.
I don't think I'm going to get that out there. I can feel it squidgy in there, but you know what? It gets all gunchy on you.
I'm going to let people see your pain. Here we go. There she is. Here it comes. Oh. Here comes pain.
Yeah. I think it is dried out. I'm trying to dig in to get some that isn't dried out. That's why you put your lid on really, really well with your pin flake. Ah, man.
But you could use those little, spongy things.
All right. Look at this lovely picture while I see if there's any spongy things.
I think there's some in the drawer.
Spongy things will work. Right.
What a jolly good job I was here.
Yeah, isn't it, Maria? Oh, phew.
You'd have never thought of that on your own.
I would never have done it.
No.
Are you liking the USB4, people? Please say you are.
Do you know what I can't see at the moment? Facebook keep changing everything.
Can you not see anything?
I can't see when there's flurries of
anything,
of thumbs up or anything like that anymore.
Oh, Maria.
I know.
Oh, man.
I'm sure they're flurrying away, but I can't see it.
Yeah, I hope it's flurrying in a good way.
Yeah.
Happy flurries.
Happy flurries, yeah.
Right, so remember, you know what, back in the day, early creating craft, you'd get your demonstrator who'd have 1 million of these on the back of the card and hadn't thought it through to take most of them off before the demonstration.
Oh.
And that would be the hour gone.
Yeah, picking away at the corners.
Oh, bless you, see that, like, oh, a little bit of perspiration on the forehead thinking, please make it stop. Right, so I'm going to pop that there, just off the centre, flying away from that there. I don't know if I'm going to put it on temporarily with a little one of these till I can get the glue, the pin flare on there properly. So we'll pop it just here, but it's not the best positioning. I'm going to move it, but I'll give you an idea. I might give this card away. Shall I give it away?
Yeah, let's.
All right. There you go.
Wow. Yes, I'll have it.
I hope that's been useful for you, lovely people out there in Crafty Land. And if it is, please, join us tomorrow, midday. Me and Dino. I'm not sure it's on at 7:15. I'll have to have a look. But we'll not get through as much information as this because how long has it taken for this? We've been talking.
But that's the point of a Facebook Live.
An hour. Yeah, we've been talking about this is why we do the Facebook Live, because obviously there's other stuff in between. Any questions, anything, ask up and look on the Inkettes, and there you have it. And hopefully you've got to see these amazing things that the team have made, because that's the other worry, is trying to show them on the day. It's always a challenge, and show you how to use it at the same time. Thank you, and have a lovely evening.
So what time are your shows? You've got 2 shows.
Midday.
If there's enough left.
And is this still the same preview? Not one there on the overhead.
No, your preview at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me move you over. There you go. Sorry,
Sheena.
That's very tardy of me.
Wasn't it? I'm talking to you. See, I'm looking at the little thing. I'm saying, I don't know, Maria. I'm giving you eye contact.
Look, I helped you with your little spongy pads. Don't start giving me a hard time now about me not flicking from one camera to another.
Says hop along here.
Don't be like that.
Don't even get me started on the camping trip. That was fun.
Guess what? Somebody said they were going to Beamish tomorrow.
Yeah, you love Beamish.
Yeah.
I love Beamish. Right, so tomorrow, midday and 7:15. Nicely spaced out.
That's if there's any left at 7:15.
Yeah, really. Well, you know how it goes with USBs. So, cheers everybody, and thanks for watching. Have a good night. Look after yourselves, and see you tomorrow.
And keep your eyes on Sheena's Inkets, because we'll pick somebody that was here at the very end of the show as the winner of this very card. Lots of love, everyone. Stay safe.